Thank you. Please be seated. Prefect joke of the day is, what do you call a magic owl? Houdini.
Well done, James. Good morning, everyone. I'm going to ask Naomi Stobart to come forward and tell you about, is that right? Or you think you're doing this on Thursday, don't you? Aha. Okay. Rewind. I'm going to go straight to, without asking Naomi Stobart to come forward, because she's coming forward on Thursday. No, Naomi's taking on this Alzheimer cause, and she's going to talk to you on Thursday morning about it. My fault. I thought she was doing this morning. So what I'm going to do first is talk a little bit about this outstanding treat that we had in this last week as a school. And of course, I'm referring to our musical cabaret. You know, in many ways, and I said this to the staff yesterday, but I want you all to hear it. If you haven't thought about it, the musical is the absolute epitome of teamwork. Everybody hinges on everybody else's efforts. I need your cue so that I can say my lines. I need you ready so that this costume change can happen in the small amount of time that we've got for that particular costume change, and so on. You could go right through the show like that. So it's an absolutely outstanding example of teamwork. And I think our collective cast and crew pulled it off so admirably. It's a very powerful show. And as you know, it's a different show from some of the feel-good, happy ending shows that we've done in the past. But you know what? It's in this day and age, with some of the things that are reappearing in the world, you know, exclusion and walls and far-right, alt-right, neo-Nazi, all this sort of stuff that's reappearing. It's more relevant than ever that we should focus in on something that was emotionally powerful like that. So I do think that we scored an A+ in every category, in singing, in the dancing, the choreography, in the costumes, the spectacle, and in the drama and the acting. Because this was a show that required. This wasn't a show where you just sort of twiddle your thumbs between the numbers, between the songs. This was a show that required the right intensity and the absolute right level of drama, and we did it in every sense. So I'm going to obviously get people up here and thank them, give them one last bow, as such, as we store cabaret away in our memories. But before I do that, I want to just single out some individuals. Ms. Stacey Wilson, who did a fabulous job with the costumes, helped by Ms. Brady Thomas, who helped in the general production, Ms. Agate and Mr. Fair for the set, and Mrs. Robertson and Ms. Cholak for the general production and all the myriad details that go into that. And of course, Mr. Brad Lequier, who won't be here today, but did a fabulous job of the music and the voice. And Mr. and Mrs. MacLeod, whose role in making this all come to life in the way that it did was just absolutely outstanding. So what I'm going to give those people a round of applause first, right? So what I want to do is, and hold your applause, I want to invite all the cast and crew up here. I'd like the leads along the front, because they did just a stellar job. And of course, I want all the adults who are involved in it to up here. So come on up. Or come on down, as they say in all the best game shows. Do they say come on up or come on down? Come on down, come on up. So Alice, you get right in that front row there, yeah, and everybody else. You guys slide in there, slide in there. There you go. Yes, slide in there.
I'm taller than you.
All right, there they are. So again, this team gave us a gift that we should treasure for a long time. It was the result of a lot of long hours, hard work, and commitment. And don't be deterred by that, because you know, as you go forward and people sign up for musical next year, I don't want anybody thinking, oh, that's a lot of work, because we don't make our choices at Shawnigan based on how many hours you have to put into it. Although I don't want to go that sport, it takes too much time. I don't want to go that fine art, it takes too much time. That shouldn't ever be, or we'll lose the magic, people. So these people were the epitome of being prepared to make a sacrifice of their time and effort, and the result was they were able to give us this gift that we've enjoyed. So one last time, please, would you recognize the cast and crew of Cabaret? So, sorry to interrupt you, but just so because you're so well behaved, you may not have noticed, but I'm already standing. Do you get that? I'm standing. Come on.
There you go.
So thanks, everybody. Now, in true Shawnigan fashion, because we're natural and authentic and spontaneous and not fake, at least that's what we like to think of ourselves as, we're going to switch completely. Couldn't be a further switch from that recognition to what we're now going to be focusing on. Did you see me?